Hey, it's Chad from Arts Consulting here. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to write an offer for your remodeling and design build company that makes serious homeowners stop scrolling and fill out that form on your ad website, while the ones who are just shopping around or don't have the budget basically filter themselves out. By the end of this video, you're going to have a much clearer idea of what to say in your ads and how to frame your offer so the leads that actually come in are worth your team's time. And if you don't know what an offer is, it's basically what you're promising someone in exchange for their information. So instead of just running an ad that says, we do kitchen remodels, you're giving the homeowner a reason to actually do something like fill out a form or book a call. That could be a free estimate, a discount, a consultation, anything that gives them a next step to take. And the problem with most offers, especially if you are selling 45K plus projects, is that they're not designed to attract the right leads and turn away the wrong ones. Before I get into it though, I want to give you a bit of context because it's gonna make everything else make sense. So every remodeling company and design build firm, or basically any local business I have worked with over the last few years, deals with some version of the same four problems. And I've seen this across the board with over 100 companies that I have helped with their marketing. The first one is lead flow, where leads are always inconsistent. So you basically never really know when the next one's coming from. The second one is lead quality, where most of the leads you get either don't respond, they're shared with another competitor, don't have the budget, or just are not ready to start yet. The third one is lead handling, where the team is busy and by the time someone follows up, the homeowner has already moved on to someone else. The fourth one, which is my favorite, is there's no clear measurement. So you're basically spending money, but you don't really know what's working and what's not working. Now, today we're only focused on that second problem, which is poor lead quality, and more specifically, how to stop attracting homeowners who don't have the budget or aren't serious about moving forward. The reason this matters so much is that if your ad and your offer are already doing any of the filtering, then your team has to do it instead. And your team is already stretched. Every bad lead they have to deal with is time taken away from the good ones. And it slows everything down and makes your whole sales process look broken, even when it's really not. So this is worth fixing before you even think about spending more on ads. Now, here's something important I need to say before going further. This is only gonna work where you control where your leads are coming from. If most of your leads right now are coming from referrals or from shared leads platforms that you cannot control, you're just gonna have to deal with wherever they send you and you can't really do any of this filtering. So in that case, the first step is to start running your own ads so you're actually in control of the flow. I have a video on this channel that walks you through how to get started with that, so check it out first and then come back to this one. But if you're already running your own ads, here's how we actually solve the quality problem. The main idea here is it's really not about what the offer is as much as it is about how you frame it and what you write around it. Most remodelers go with something like free estimates or free quotes, and that is fine, but the problem is it attracts everyone. The person with a 200K renovation and the person looking to spend 8K are both clicking the same ad. So you have to do the work in the copy to separate them. The first thing you can do is use real numbers in your ad. What do I mean by that? If your project starts at $80,000, for example, just say that in the ad copy. Yes, some people will scroll right past it, and that is completely fine because those are exactly the people you don't want calling you anyway. The homeowner who actually has the budget will see that number and already know what to expect. So by the time they reach out, the budget conversation is basically already handled before you even get on a call with them. Now, this still may not work for some specific cases. So the second thing is to write the ad like it's talking to one specific type of person in one specific situation. To give you an example, something like for homeowner in Dallas planning a full home renovation this spring does a lot of work on its own because the wrong person reads that, they keep scrolling. That's what you want. The third thing is to rethink how you're framing the free estimates. I know it's a popular offer, but free estimate sounds like zero commitment, and it tends to attract people with zero commitment. Instead, try something like schedule your design and budget planning call, which is really the same thing, but it signals that there's an actual conversation happening with their real purpose. And then you can add a short form with a few real questions about their timeline, their budget range, and the scope, what they want to do. A little bit of friction in the form goes a long way because the right homeowner won't mind filling it out, while someone who's just browsing probably won't bother. And the fourth thing works really well if you want to reach homeowners who are already in decision mode and just need a small push to commit. Because a price-based offer like $3,000 off will not attract people who got 40. A 3K discount on an 80K project isn't suddenly going to make someone with no budget qualify, but what it does is, especially when combined with a limited time frame, it gives a motivated buyer who already has the money a reason to act now instead of putting it off for another few months. Just make sure the deadline feels real, so tie it to something like your project slots filling up or your spring schedule closing out. Now, before I wrap up, I want to leave you with one more thing to keep in mind. Getting the offer right is really just the first step. What happens after someone fills out that form matters just as much. And your intake process and your first call need to continue filtering where the ad left off. But for now, the main thing to take away from this is that your ad is really the first step in your sales process. So you want it to do some of that qualifying work for you before anyone even reaches your team. So that's gonna be pretty much it for this video. If you need help with your marketing, check out the link in the description.